Hello, it is 9 p.m. in RTD's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines we have President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud arrived in Las Anod to strengthen national unity. The Sudanese government returned to Khartoum and officially resumed its activity. Welcome to our newsroom. President of the Federal Republic of Somalia visit Las Anod to consolidate national unity and federal cooperation. The President of the Federal Republic of Somalia, His Excellency Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, arrived this morning in the city of Las Anod as part of an official high-level visit aimed at consolidating national unity, strengthening the federal systems, and enhancing cooperation between the federal government and Somalia's regional administrations. The visit reflects the leadership's continued effort to promote dialogue, reconciliation, and inclusive governance across the country. President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud was accorded a grand and symbolic official reception upon arrival, attended by senior local authorities, traditional elders, religious leaders, intellectuals, women's group, youth representatives, and members of civil society. The welcoming ceremony underscored the importance of Las Anod as a city of political, social, and strategic significance within the Somali national context. Thousands of residents lined the streets to welcome the president, demonstrating widespread public enthusiasm and support. Citizens expressed optimism regarding the federal government's ongoing initiatives to restore peace, enhance security, rebuild state institutions, and improve access to basic public services, including education, healthcare, and infrastructure. The public celebrations reflect a strong desire for unity, stability, and constructive engagement between the central government and regional authority. This presidential visit takes ahead of the official inauguration ceremony of Mr. Abdul Qadir Ahmed Ali Firhi as president of the Puntland Regional Administration, an event considered a major milestone within the framework of Somalia's federal system. The inauguration is expected to open a new chapter of political cooperation, institutional coordination, and shared responsibility. A high-level Djiboutian delegation arrived in Las Anod to participate in the important inaugurations of the authorities of the Northeast Somali Federal State. A large high-level official delegations from the Republic of Djibouti arrived today in Las Anod, the capital of Northeastern Somali Federal State, to participate in the official inauguration ceremony of the new regional authorities. This visit is part of the ongoing effort to strengthen the fraternal, historical, and strategic relations between Djibouti and Somalia, as well as Djibouti's continued support for the stabilization, national reconciliation, and consolidation of the Somali Federal State. The Djiboutian delegation includes several high-ranking government officials and prominent national figures. It's led by the Minister of Muslim Affairs and Religious Endowment, Mohamed Hassan Barre, accompanied by the Minister of Communication, Radwan Abdullahi Bahdon. Also part of the delegations were the members of the Djiboutian Parliament, senior military officials, and the ambassador of the Djibouti to Somalia, His Excellency Mr. Mohammed Rashid. It also includes the ambassador of Djibouti to Somalia, the honorable members of Parliament, Hussein Mohammed Ali, the Director General of the State Protocol, Mr. Mohammed Ali, representatives of the security forces. A formal welcoming ceremony was held, reflecting the political and diplomatic importance of this visit. Following the welcoming formalities, the delegation was escorted under heavy security to downtown Las Anod, where it received a warm welcome from the local authorities and representatives of the population. The delegation's presence regenerated considerable interest among the population in a context marked by strong hopes for stability, institutional development, and enhanced regional cooperation. The Republic of Djibouti's participation in this inauguration ceremony is highly symbolic. It illustrates Djibouti's firm commitment to peace, security, and inclusive governance in Somalia, as well as its support for federal and regional institutions in the state-building process. It also reflects the depth of the historical, cultural, religious, and political ties that unite the two brotherly countries, both active members of the IGAD, the African Union, and the League of Arab States. Diplomatic sources emphasize that this high-level visit sends a strong message of regional solidarity and strategic cooperation in the Horn of Africa at a crucial time when Somalia is pursuing its effort towards stabilization, institutional reforms, and strengthening state authorities through its territory. And many residents of the Las Anod expressed their satisfaction and hope during the visit. Our correspondent to Las Anod city, Mr. Khadar, said that this visit of the President of the Federal Republic of Somalia, President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud's visit, is a strong sign that Las Anod is fully part of the national process. We hope that this visit will bring peace, stability, and sustainable development to our region, said a local leader. And young people in the town also welcomed the event, saying it is an opportunity to strengthen national unity and improve future prospects. The young people expect concrete actions and improve future prospects. Djibouti celebrates Isra and Mi'raj like other Arab and Islamic countries. The Republic of Djibouti celebrates Isra and Mi'raj on Friday, January 16, 2026, corresponding of the 27th of Rajab in the Hijri calendar. This blessed religious occasion was observed as in an atmosphere filled with faith, reverence, and serenity, reflecting the Djiboutian community's deep commitment to Islamic spiritual values. The day was declared a public holiday nationwide. Recognizing its religious and social significance on this day, Muslims commemorate Isra al-Mi'raj, the miraculous night journey in which God honored his prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, by guiding him from the sacred mosques in Mecca to Al-Aqsa Mosque, then ascending him to the highest heavens, a divine miracle that occurred at the pivotal stage of his prophetic mission. A scholar emphasized that Isra and Mi'raj holds a special place in Islamic consciousness, and it is closely associated with the establishment of the 5 daily prayers. The U.S. ambassador to Djibouti official visit to Tadjoura and Obok. The U.S. ambassador to Djibouti, Cynthia Kirsch, concluded an official visit to Tadjoura and Obok regions, reaffirming the United States' commitment to promoting dialogue and cooperation with the authorities across Djibouti. During her visit to Tadjoura, Ambassador Kirsch met with the governor, with the prefect of Tadjoura and the president of the regional council to discuss regional priority and opportunities for collaboration, including economic development, education, migration, and regional stability. She also met the Sultan of Tadjoura, the Sultan highlighting the vital role of the cultural heritage in the national identity and social cohesion. The ambassador visited American centers in high schools in Tadjoura and Obok, directly engaging with the students and teachers. These centers, established in 2018, provided access to English language books and educational resources about the U.S. and embassy-supported programs. Ambassador Kirsch emphasized the importance of learning English and the role of education in expanding opportunities for youth. In Obok, the ambassador and her delegation visited the migration response centers managed by the International Organization for Migration and traveled to Kulangar to observe maritime monitoring and humanitarian assistance conducted by the Djiboutian Coast Guard. The visit concluded in Dugum village, where the ambassador toured local businesses and met community members, highlighting the community's initiative and technical expertise. The visit reaffirmed the U.S. Embassy's continued support for education and economic participation as a driver of opportunities and stability across Djibouti. Ambassador Kirsch also met with the book caravan organizations which promote reading in rural areas, donating books and sharing enjoyable reading moments with children. National Mathematics Olympiad 2026 in Djibouti under the joint patronage of the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training, the University of Djibouti, through the Laboratory for Analysis, Modeling and Optimization, LAMO, and in partnership with the Adam Maths Association. The inaugural stage of the 2026 National Mathematics Olympiad was held today in a festive atmosphere, and awards ceremony was organized for the top 3 winners from each educational level and municipalities, bringing together primary, middle, and high school students as well as University of Djibouti students across the 4 locations in the capital and the 5 regions. The significant turnout demonstrates a collective commitment to promoting excellence and fostering a strong scientific culture nationwide. The event not only highlighted young talent's achievement, but also emphasized mathematics as a strategic tool for national development. By fostering precision, critical thinking, and informed decision-making, mathematics plays a pivotal role in vital sectors such as digital technology, artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity. The Minister of National Education, Vocational Training, and the University of Djibouti, through the National Mathematics Olympiad, aim to cultivate the skills necessary for innovation and scientific leadership at the national level. Candidates demonstrated exceptional skill in facing challenging problems designated according to strict academic standards, assessing their reasoning, logical thinking, and complex problem-solving abilities. Following this fundamental stage, they eagerly prepare for the finals, which will involve participation from all regions and the 3 municipalities of the capital beyond the competition itself. The National Mathematics Olympiad serves as a vital instrument to promote excellence, cultivate interest in mathematics and science, and consolidate fundamental knowledge. Through this initiative, the Ministry and the University reaffirm their shared commitment to developing human capital, academic excellence, and scientific impact in Djibouti. The National Philosophy Day in Djibouti, the Philosophy Inspectorate of the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training, officially launched the National Philosophy Day at Djibouti High School. The ceremony was attended by senior ministry officials, including the General Inspectors of Education, Abdallah Farah Ba'is, Philosophy Inspector, Mr. Abdul Aziz Arab Jile, and Djibouti High School Principals, Ms. Samia Umar. This inaugural event brought together teachers, students to discuss philosophy's importance in intellectual, ethical, and civic development under the theme Thinking in the Contemporary World, Freedom, Justice, and Technology. It highlighted philosophy's crucial role in analyzing current challenges and understanding societal transformation. Philosophy is a school of intelligence, freedom, and humanity, contributing to critical thinking, intellectual vigor, and ability to question prevailing ideas through constructive dialogue. This education aims to prepare responsible citizens who are aware of their environment and actively engaged in social and civic life amid rapid advances in digital technologies and artificial intelligence. National Philosophy Day encouraged students and teachers to reflect on the meaning of progress, knowledge, and humanity. The Philosophy Inspectorate paid sincere tribute to teachers whose role extends beyond knowledge transmission, the cultivating independent, responsible minds committed to Republican values. The event included workshop, discussions, and intellectual projects designated to enhance students' engagement and strengthen cooperation between teacher, educational advisor, and schools. Philosophy was promoted as a tool to understand oneself and others, and as a means to defend ideas and rationally, peacefully, and enlightened. The Inspectorate announced the continuations of National Philosophy Day celebrations to consolidate philosophy teaching in Djibouti schools, contributing to building a generation of citizens capable of dialogue, collective thinking, and shaping a future based on respect for diversity. Practical workshops were organized to develop oral dialogue skills, effective listening, and critical thinking using audiovisual tools and interactive collaborative approach to philosophy concept. This initiative marks an important step in promoting philosophy as an essential discipline to understand the complex and ever-changing world. The visit of Djibouti National Women's Union to Dakhel region, the Secretary General of UNFD, Ms. Fatuma Musa Abdi, accompanied by her Deputy and Regional Director, Ms. Roqia Yusuf Ali, conducted a working visit to Dakhel on Sunday, January 14, 2026. Upon arrival at the Dakhel prefecture, they were welcomed by the prefect Hassan Abdi Rable and the regional Council President Mahad Hussein Ahmed and the regional members of parliament Nouriye Waberi Hofni. Following a courtesy visit to the prefect and the Secretary General, her delegation visited the Dakhel branch of the National of UNFD, where they were received by the branch president and community development committee members. The Secretary General engaged with local residents, listening to their concerns and needs, continuing her recent nationwide tour. She also announced the official establishment of local governance councils in the Dakhel area, including Mulud, Asa'ila, Yoboki, and Kurabus. In her speech, Fatma Musa Abdi highlighted the long-standing connection between the Union and the inland regions, presenting various projects implemented there. She emphasized the efforts of women across the Republic, covering multiple developmental aspects, and praised the crucial role of women in national development, describing them as the backbone of progress, while recognizing the ongoing support from Djibouti's First Lady and the President for women's empowerment and studies nationwide. She expressed sincere gratitude for this continued support. In her speech, the Secretary General of the UNFD, Ms. Fatuma Musa, emphasized the close historical ties between the Union and the interior regions, reviewing the various projects implemented in these areas. She also highlighted the efforts undertaken by women throughout the Republic, addressing various aspects of development. She stressed the crucial role of women in the country's development, considering them the pillar of progress, and commended the unwavering support of the First Lady of Djibouti and the President of the Republic for women's empowerment and the improvement of their studies of the national level. She expressed her sincere gratitude for this continued support. The opening of the new campus of Djibouti Institute of Science and Management in Tadjoura in the White City, the new campus of the Djibouti Institute of Science and Management was inaugurated, an event that gathered prominent local figures and generated great enthusiasm. The inauguration ceremony was attended by Mr. Omar Hussein, President of the Regional Council, and his deputy, Mr. Omar Abdul Qadir, and the prefect of the region, Muhammad Hamad Abbas. Regional education and health directors, school principals, teachers, and students also contributed to the day's successes. The Djibouti Institute of Science and Management is the first private higher education institute in the region. It offers a comprehensive curriculum in science and management designed to meet current labor market demands. Students will benefit from accredited training programs and practical internships in national companies and institutions, providing valuable professional experience. This opening represents a critical step in Djibouti's educational development, aiming to prepare a new generation of qualified professionals capable of addressing local and international market challenges. The Institute is committed to fostering skills and innovation, contributing to social and economic growth in the region. In his address, the President of the Regional Council of the Tadjoura region, Omar Hussein, stated that the region selected a dedicated educational institution, emphasizing that such an institution would be a valuable asset for students, particularly for their families who previously faced difficulties traveling to Djibouti City. He stated that the creation of this university has significantly eased the concern of families and students, both regarding the difficulties of traveling to Djibouti and the risk of academic difficulties. He also warmly welcomed the university administration, affirming the regional administration's readiness to provide all necessary support. He further urged them to take every possible precaution to guarantee the quality of training and teaching so that the students, many of whose problems have now been resolved, can achieve excellent results in their higher education. For his part, the prefect of the Tadjoura region, Mr. Muhammad Hamad Abbas, declared that we are gathered here today to celebrate a new beginning, a new chapter for our community, especially for the YCT. I wish all the students, professors, and staff of this institute every success and unique and unforgettable educational experience. He emphasized that the opening of this institute is a first for the Tadjoura region and represent a significant step for the development of education in the area. He also congratulated the young men who founded this important educational institution, thus fulfilling the aspirations of students who were hesitant to pursue their studies in Djibouti city, and expressed his gratitude to all those who contributed to making this dream a reality. This institute will help build a better future for young people. He explained that this initiative will help reduce any school dropout rate, particularly among students without families in Djibouti whose family situations was an obstacle to continue their studies. And for the regional scene, Sudan, the Sudanese government, led by Prime Minister Kamel Idris, has officially resumed operations from Khartoum.
The Sudanese government, led by Prime Minister Kamel Idris, has officially resumed its activities from the capital Khartoum after nearly 3 years of operating from Port Sudan due to the armed conflict between the army and the rapid support forces that erupted in April 2023. The Prime Minister stated that 2026 will be the year of peace, stressing that the government has begun implementing measures aimed at restoring stability, reinstating essential services, and launching reconstruction efforts in the capital, which was heavily affected by the conflict. The city has been secured through a significant reinforcement of security measures alongside the gradual resumption of activities by several ministries in their official headquarters.
The 51st Ordinary Session of the African Union Permanent Representative Committee in Addis Ababa.
The Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa hosted on January 12, 2026, the 51st Ordinary Session of the Committee of Permanent Representatives of the African Union, a key meeting held as part of preparations for the organization's 39th summit scheduled for February 14th and 15th. The meeting brought together ambassadors and permanent representatives of African Union member states tasked with reviewing and finalizing the files to be submitted to foreign ministers and subsequently to African heads of state and government. Discussions focused in particular on institutional, political, financial, and organizational issues essential to the effective functioning of the African Union.
The floods in South Africa, heavy rains in South Africa have killed at least 10 people, according to official statistics. Listen for more details to Dini Musa.
South Africa, floods caused by torrential rains have claimed at least 10 lives, according to the official figures released on Thursday. Kruger National Park was closed due to severe weather conditions. The heavy rainfall killed 9 people in a village in South Africa's Limpopo province near the Kruger area. Images released by the South African Army show a military helicopter airlifting residents who were stranded in trees. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa visited Limpopo province on Thursday to assess the extent of the damage in the government's response.
For the international scene, escalation in Gaza, local medical sources reported that the Israeli forces killed 8 Palestinians. Listen for more this report.
Israeli forces killed 8 Palestinians and wounded several others on Wednesday during military operations in various areas of the Gaza Strip, according to local medical sources. Among the victims was a child, while others sustained serious or minor injuries. This escalation comes as the United States officially announced the launch of the second phase of the Gaza ceasefire agreement, concluded in October 2025. This phase aims to move beyond a simple truce toward broader measures, including reconstruction, disarmament, and the establishment of a technocratic administration for the territory.
And this is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.